And good evening from the Family Sports Center in Centennial, Colorado. This is Colorado Colorado high school hockey with the Valor Eagles taking on the Cherry Creek Bruins. The Eagles come in as the visitors, and they are dressed in their blue uniforms, trimmed out with a white band across the center with the Eagles scripting across the front. And opposite of them are the Cherry Creek Bruins in their white jerseys, trimmed out with similar colors, blue. They've got a little bit of light blue in there. On the piping with their double C crest on the chest here. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. Welcome back. It's been how many months since we've been able to do a hockey game here? 3 months. And so we're glad to bring you this final game, which is actually in the Colorado Prep League. So starting in goal, number 31 to my left is Jace Ruth, and to my right is number 30. Is Walker McIntyre. We are just about underway. The puck is down, and Cherry Creek draws it back down into their end where Rewe has time to set up. He moves it back up the mid-ice boards, but it's chased back down as Orlowski has to send it back behind Cherry Creek's net, and the puck comes back over to the right-hand side. Waiting for it is Orlowski, has it picked off, and righting, centering, feed, shot, goal! Right, no, it's waved off. It is waved off. I said goal, the puck was in there, and let's see what the call was. I don't know why he was waving it off or not. No goal. And as Valor is cheering there, that was Kaiser who sent the pass right up and asking for an explanation. You know, was the net off the moorings? And let's see if we've got, did you see a replay on that? Well, we don't have we missed the replay on that one. Wait, we'll get the rust off here. But the initial goal, that went bar down. It was back behind McIntyre. But right away, the referee, and now having a conversation with Coach Gwozdecki down over on the Valor bench. And Coach Gwozdecki accepts the call. And we set back up to the left of McIntyre. Payos will take this faceoff as he has McCall and Kaiser on the blue line sitting behind him. Chasing it down is Buchanan. He chips at it back behind him. Payos holds it there. He's backed up by Rollison. Rollison tries to pry it free as McCall sneaks down. McCall sweeps it back down low where it's picked back up by Kretschmer. Kretschmer sends it over to the right-hand side. It's scaled off the glass and picked back up by McCall. McCall with a giveaway there, but it's only momentarily. Rollison picks up the loose puck and weaves his way down the left-hand side. Puts it in deep. He'll go for a chase. He's got Buchanan with him. They try and sneak it back free, and it gets tied up into the near side corner. Buchanan, sensing it, is able to find Owen's shot. Gets deflected and over into the far side corner. Pent is there, number 17 for Cherry Creek, and a shot from the sideboards is held on by McIntyre. We are a minute 10 into this first period, and Valor getting a goal, but it being waved off. We're scoreless here. Third line out there for Coach Gwozdecki. It's Fekete's line, and face-off is controlled by Cherry Creek. Up but not out, and put right back in by Owen. Held there momentarily, cleared out by Clark. Over on the left-hand side, Lloyd punches at it, gets some help. It's pushed back down into the corner. Price has it on his backhand as he gets hassled from behind. Price holding it there, sends it up the boards, but a touch too hard, and it goes for naught. Picked back up by Aiden Owen on the hustle. Owen back feeds it, picked up by Price. Price leaves it there for Fekete. Quick move, he hangs on to it, back over to Price. Price one-hands it back into the zone, held up there quickly by Clark. Clark moves it over to the near side. So this face-off and will stay in the Cherry Creek zone where a majority of the action has been thus this far. Buchanan will take the face-off. Logan Buchanan, won by Cherry Creek, and punch back behind the cage on the backhand. Moves up the left wing boards, held in nicely there as Charles was putting pressure on. That's Carter Charles. And the headman pass breaks the seam. Here comes Tucker. Tucker works past one. Now he puts it into the corner, gives chase. Watched by Charles. Charles holds it up there. Payos comes away with the puck, moves it up to Rollison, and Rollison tries to work it up the boards. It's reversed, back down to Charles. Charles reverses, and we've got a penalty, and this one's going to go on Payos. So Payos goes to the box at the 6:46 mark, first penalty of the game. And it's going to go for an interference. So Evan Payos goes for interference at 6:46. So with 2 minutes up on the board, this might be what Cherry Creek needs to get things going. They haven't put a lot of pressure on Jace Ruth. So let's set the stage for you. Tucker's on the faceoff, and Tucker has Clark there with him. Moves it back up to the point where it's held there by Powell, and the shot over from the side goes, it gets deflected. Puck comes back over to the point, and it's punched right back up. Do they keep it in? Cherry Creek is able to walk the line there, and they send it over to the far side. That was Pent. Pent, number 17, with the puck at the dot, looks right in front, and the puck went through. Ruth had to make the play. Puck goes back up to the point and escapes the zone. Powell controls. He wheels through center, avoids two, takes it back in with Price watching him. Price picks up the loose puck, tries to hoist it out, deflected in the slot, backhand opportunity. Price is there again, poked free, and chasing it down is Kaiser. Kaiser in the near side corner boards, and a little body work by Clark. Meanwhile, McCall's got it. McCall tries to get it out, picked off, side angle shot there by 22, Hunt Bond. He couldn't find that corner as he was almost behind the net as he took the shot. Again, sidestepping one is Clark, the defenseman, puts it down low. Pent chases. He's got that long stick and a blind backhand feed. McCall's got it, and he scales it hard off the mid-ice boards. McIntyre was calling for icing, but there's 46 seconds remaining in Cherry Creek's penalty. The pressure being put on by Walsh. Meanwhile, struggling with it was Kretschmeyer. Kretschmeyer looks across ice feed. Stolen by Majewski. Majewski from the red line puts it right back in on McIntyre. 30 seconds remaining in the power play, and as that happens, Walsh continues to hassle his man, and Cherry Creek breaks it out again. He overskating the puck and picking it back up was Walsh. Meanwhile, in front of Gwozdecki's bench, the puck is punched right back to the Cherry Creek line. Cherry Creek with 13 seconds remaining in the power play. It's Berkey that puts it into the corner. Berkey's got a man behind him. It's Rewe. Rewe comes in to provide some support, and the whistle there. And so I believe it went up and into the netting. So the faceoff will come back outside of the zone. And with 5 seconds remaining in the power play, Evan Payos awaits. So off the faceoff, 2 seconds remaining in the power play, and almost a giveaway as tumbling back in the slot was Lloyd. Meanwhile, the power play has expired for Cherry Creek, and Valor is 1-for-0 on the PK. Puck is put down into the corner as it's picked right back up by McConnell. McConnell looking for a lane. The center ice feed gets picked up, and the loose change by Fekete. Fekete takes a wrister. That one goes up and over McIntyre's glove. Meanwhile, Fekete on the forecheck, and he'll pick up the loose puck as he's taken out of the play effectively by Powell. Powell, the big defenseman, puck squirts free, and the cross ice feed. Fekete's got it again, takes the shot. 18, that was Larson. Larson got the rebound and took another shot. That one missed the target. And 1-on-4 coming back is Cherry Creek, but that was Sohn, and he couldn't control it. With speed, here comes Payos. Payos on his horse as he's chased there by Orlowski. Weaves his way through it into the zone, but gets tied up there nicely by Ben Powell. Puck has moved over to the right-hand side, centering feed, and picked back off by Payos. Payos delivers it back over to Charles. Charles back to center ice. Rollison comes away with it. He sidesteps Tucker and moves the puck back over. A little give and go back to Rollison. Misses the mark, but he chases down the loose puck and from the red line attracts a crowd. It's poked over to the right-hand side. It's put in deep on Valor's end, bouncing hard off the inboards, and glancing over his shoulder was Charles. Charles moves it back over to the left wing boards, back out to center, skips the stick, and here's a foot race. It's Rollison. Rollison tried to get there first, but Kretschmeyer was able to move the puck over to the right-hand side. Puck comes back over to Valor's end, and a nice defensive play by Jamison Charles as he shouldered off Rolf off the puck. It's Majewski with the puck, and the centerman sends it back over to the vacant wing. Glancing over his shoulder is Walsh. Walsh with a little backhand feed over to McCall. McCall with strides over to the near side. Rollison, a soft pass, picked back up by Majewski. Almost could have been a little couple of stick checks there. Meanwhile, loose puck and it's stolen by McCall. Willinsey comes away with it. Willinsey will put it in on McIntyre. He chooses to leave the puck for his defenseman. Streaking is Rewe. Rewe gets tied up over on the far side, and the bouncing puck stays in the zone. But we've got a hand pass, so the face-off is going to come outside of the Bruins' end. 2:15 remaining in this first period. The score is 1-0, but Valor has controlled the pace thus far. And we don't have shots on goal up on the board, but it definitely is in Valor's favor. Puck is moved back over to Powell. He loses it there. Willinsey continues to battle, looking for the loose puck. Shot goal as Walsh scores. Walsh was looking for it. Powell did the dirty work, and Walsh fished that puck out, and he sends a low shot to the left-hand side of McIntyre. So Walsh and Willinsey team up to make it 2-0. And this one comes at the 2:04 mark with a couple of minutes left. 2-0 Valor. So Cherry Creek, who has been outplayed, now finds themselves in a 2-goal deficit late in this first period. Kretschmeyer looks for a lane. He sends it back up through center, but it's stolen by Lloyd. Now Price has it, and Price will reverse things back over to Aiden Owen. Owen scales it off the boards. It was touched up. Icing is waved off, and giving chase is number 6, Wayenpa. Wayenpa, the defenseman, is able to move it up the wall, but held in there nicely, and the shot gets through everything. That was Aiden Owen's blast. Puck over on the far side, trying to sweep it back up the wall. Cherry Creek, number 23, can't do so. That's Hambrick. And the puck is hoisted back out to center. With some speed is number 7, Owen. He moves it back over to the far side, and with patience, Lloyd has it back behind the cage. He avoids one, and the hot pass off the boards comes all the way to center. As Valor makes a line change, Cherry Creek moves it up the left-hand side. Sensing the moment, putting it in was Aiden Clay, but coming away with the puck. And Clay is there as he puts a nice check in on number 12, Jamison Charles. Clay doing some hard work down there in the corners. Here's the shot. It gets deflected off a stick and up and into the netting. And so this face-off over on the right-hand circle. It's the fourth line out there for Charles. Carter Charles moves it back up ice. And trying to look for it there was Larson. Breaking it back in was Sohn. Sohn puts it back behind, but a nice reverse play as Charles moved it back over to the near side. Battle for the puck. It goes back into the far side corner and moved up by Valor. Valor with a nice little touch play, and here comes Larson. Larson is forced wide nicely by O'Grady. Gets a little bit of help, and O'Grady is able to stymie the rush, and picking it up now in stride is Orlowski. Orlowski has it taken off of his stick, and coming back with it is Rewe. Rewe sends it over to the near side half boards, and quickly is Rolfe with the puck. With a man pressing on him is Carter Charles as the period comes to a close. 2-0 Valor on Payos and Walsh's first period goals. And there was one goal that was waved off very early. Otherwise, it would be 3-0 Valor. So I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. We'll be back for the second period momentarily. And we are back. The teams have changed opposite ends as Jace Ruth to our right. To our left is Walker McIntyre. We've had a chance to say McIntyre's name a little bit more as Valor has been putting on a majority of the pressure here. And we are from the Hamilton rink here. This is that far eastern rink. Home of the Bruins here. You see their big banner up there in the corner. But it has been all Valor thus far. Seam pass up through the middle as Kaiser shoulders his man. McCall has time and sends it back and back over to Kaiser. Kaiser up to Buchanan. Buchanan now has some open ice and takes advantage of it. And a pass looking for Rolison. That was from Payos. Meanwhile, puck comes back into the neutral zone and it's swept around the corner by Orlowski. Over on the far side, McCall reverses and sends a backhander, goes off the side of the cage, and the loose puck is picked back up by Tucker. Tucker reversing out of the corner, avoids one, cross-ice feed, holding the line. Here's the shot, and that one goes wide to the right-hand side of Ruth's cage. Puck is moved back down, and a centering feed is deflected as going down low was Payos. And this is the best pressure thus far that the Bruins have put on. Berkey with the puck tries to feed it down low, but it's read nicely, and Valor with patience is able to take it out. Buchanan puts it in, and a line change there for the top line with 15:42 remaining into this second period. And the long pass picked back up by Ruth. Ruth moves it back over to the sidewall and back up, and a nice check there by Lloyd. Meanwhile, the puck goes back through. Glove down nicely and reversed there by number 26, Paolo. Back over to Lloyd. Lloyd looking for the middle, and this one is picked off, and all of a sudden, Cherry Creek is controlling play here. That was Pent, number 17, who picked that one off. Puck comes back over, and needing to delay there was Paolo, as a Valor player was in offsides. Meanwhile, puck comes back out to the corner, and it's punched right back in by Morona. Chasing it there is 34, Ryder Price. Price sends it back over to the wall. Paolo tips it in. He'll go for a line change. Cherry Creek has time. Working it back up was Kretschmeyer. Kretschmeyer, number 19. His pass is put right back in, and it's scaled off the glass, bounces off of the Valor player and back out to center. Fekete glancing over his shoulder. He reverses but leaves the puck behind, and it's picked back up by Powell. Now it's Hunt Bond. Hunt Bond tries to make some moves. Hunt Bond is stripped of the puck, and he's challenged there by number 14. That was a nice play there by Walsh, who's got a goal this game. Fekete over on the far side tries a centering feed, and the shot as it was picked up, and that was number 36, Willency, who picked up that puck. That thing, he was right place, right time. Puck is put right back into Valor's end. Ruth holds it there, and on the backside, he didn't see the defenseman coming over to help him out. That was number 12, Charles. Meanwhile, the puck is in the near side corner. Kaiser moves it back over to Charles. Charles centering feed, and it finds Fekete. He gets stick checked from behind, but the loose puck is picked right back up by Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser winds. This one goes wide on the near side. Over on the far side, puck is kept in the zone and trying to get it out, but it's punched right back in by Walsh. Back below the line, number 18, Larson, had it momentarily, and a shot from the side, but it didn't get much on it as it was deflected. Puck comes back over to McCall. McCall drags it off the wall, puts it right back behind the cage. Trying to come up over the left dot, back over to McCall. McCall, right-hand side, doesn't have a lane, so he softly puts it down in low. It gets past Larson. Chased back up over to Kaiser. Kaiser stepping in from his deep position. Meanwhile, Charles takes over for Kaiser. Puck comes back behind Cherry Creek's cage, and they scale it up, and almost was going out, hit the glass and the linesman. Meanwhile, puck comes back over, and deciding that he'll continue to play. We've got too many men on Cherry Creek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the sixth. So in the second period with 12:45 remaining, and it is Valor's first power play of the game as well here. And too many men is the call. So the power play goes to Valor, and just outside of Jeff Melnicki's bench. I didn't see who's serving it, but too many men is the call. And this comes at 12:45. So we'll see what Valor can do with it. Let's set the stage for you. It's McCall on the blue line. McCall's got Kaiser on one side. That's Rollison with the puck now. Rollison works his way past O'Grady. And Rollison peeling out of the corner, then fishes one back up to Payos. Payos back over to McCall. McCall straight ahead, overloading on the right-hand side. Payos now looks for Rollison, and Rollison's one-timer just misses. Cherry Creek is able to clear it, and that was a good-looking play as Valor brought majority of the players and left Rollison over on the near side. Rollison, who has that left-handed shot, puts one on. This goes into the corner, and it's Buchanan that does the hard work. Sends it back behind the cage. Kaiser chases down his man from his deep position. Payos closes. The puck clears. McCall stays out as he finds the puck with 58 seconds remaining in the power play, and here's the second unit for Coach Gwozdecki. Centering feed, it goes up through, tipped up by Paolo. Back over to Price. Price will rethink things, and he sends it back to number 7, Aiden Owen. Owen being watched closely by Orlowski. Puck comes back over to Lloyd. Lloyd sends it back over to the far side. Price has it. Price sidesteps one. Can't sidestep two. And Price will put it in, but the forecheck has got to start from the blue line, and Creek has time to clear the puck. Ruth with the puck back behind his cage with 18 seconds remaining. Puck has moved back over to Owen. Owen delivers it there to Price, and now Price will take it himself. Price is squeezed off the play, and it's picked back up by Ben Powell. Powell's able to get it back out to center. And walking back in is Hunt Bond, and Bond's shot is deflected, and that is Jace Ruth's biggest save of the game yet, as Hunt Bond, the leading scorer for this Cherry Creek team, had a good look, but he wasn't able to convert it as he was looking for the top portion of the shelf. Meanwhile, the power play is over. We've got 10:26 remaining in this second period, and Cherry Creek now looks to put on some pressure with Pent forechecking. Puck comes up the wall, held up there by Berkey. He tumbles. Meanwhile, Valor's got Owen there, and Owen is able to get it back out to center. Hot pass, tough to handle. Here comes Willency. Willency's shot, and a blocker save made by McIntyre. McIntyre keeps it a 2-goal game as Willency had a golden opportunity as that bouncing puck deflected off the defenseman, and Willency had a head of steam and all the momentum, and he came in on Walker McIntyre, and McIntyre makes a big save. So the face-off in front of the Valor bench. Valor's able to punch it back in, and Kretschmer moves it back over, but it's stolen, and a quick shot by McConnell. McConnell found himself all alone in the left dot with the puck, but again, McIntyre has come up big. This game could easily be 4 or 5, maybe to 1 on that one shot by Bond that couldn't convert. Loose puck, jammed at shot, goal! Second rebound, and it's picked up by number 23, Mason McConnell. McConnell gets the rebound in the slot, and he made no doubt about that one as he punches it in, making it 3-0. So McConnell gets it, and here you see it on the replay. Puck comes down in the slot. It's a backhand little opportunity, and the rebound was a short one, but McConnell was right on top of it, and McConnell buries it. So McConnell scores at the 9:57 mark, and now it appears Cherry Creek will take a timeout. That, or we have a TV timeout. So this is Shaw Hockey Productions, and we had a great start to the beginning of this season with the Twisted Wrister tournament. and then rolling right into the Colorado Prep Hockey League season. And then it crashed, like just about everything there. It died there. I was able to do some games. I had to go all the way down to Texas. The tournaments that I usually do up in Minnesota, those were all moved because they were closed. But, of course, Texas was open and ready for business. So we're glad to have hockey once again in Colorado. This Cherry Creek team was able to get in really over twice as many games as the Valor squad was. I think Valor got in 9 games perhaps. Cherry Creek was closer to 18 games, and they've already had a Chassa game. They won 6-0 on Tuesday night versus Dakota Ridge. So let's get you back to the live action. Puck squirts past Ruth over on the far side, and the back pass picked up by Cherry Creek right in front, jammed at right there, and a touch shot there by Orlowski. But Ruth comes up big, and he's got the puck. So Ruth, we talked about McIntyre coming up big. Ruth came up big, and I think that surprised this top line as Cherry Creek came right back in and was able to get a shot on goal unabated right in front of Ruth. But Orlowski is denied. Tucker will take this face-off, goes into the near side corner, and it's gently touched off the boards where Lloyd has to chase it down. Lloyd tries to reverse it. Stolen by Tucker. Tucker doing some battle, but Lloyd comes away with it. Moves it back over to Payos. Payos looking for Rollison. Rollison catches up to it. Now he reverses, but his pass is deflected nicely, but taking some punishment was number 18, Riwi. And the bouncing puck comes back out to center, giving time for Orlowski to go for a line change. Meanwhile, the long stretch pass is picked up by Price. He's got Payos in front. Payos toe drag move. McIntyre snuffs it out. Payos was drifting right through as he got a nice feed from Price. And Payos right in front as he tried to toe drag McIntyre, and McIntyre denies him. Score remains 3-0 at this 9-minute mark of this second period. Majewski off the faceoff, controlled by Cherry Creek, swept over to the far side, and the pass right up the gut. And it's played by Ruth. Ruth backhands it over to the near side corner. Morona's there. And the faceoff will come back to the Cherry Creek end. Seemed like the referees had a little miscommunication there. Nonetheless, puck comes back over to the left-hand side to Jamin Rolfe. Going up against this second line, Majewski is out there with Price. And the puck comes back out to center. Price shoulders his man off. Puck squirts free. Payo took a shot. And settling things now is number 24, Jack Majewski. Sends it over to far side, put right back in by Jamison Charles, near side corner. With time, Creek moves it back up, tipped by the defenseman Morona. Meanwhile, Ruth has it, and he sent it over to the far side where it was dangerously put in front of the net, but it was deflected. That one goes off the referee, and sweeping in to pick it up, and the shot is number 22, Riley Hunt-Bond buries it, and Hunt-Bond makes it a 2-goal game. Bond picked up the loose puck. He didn't hesitate. Sent it right in. I think it snuck by down below, almost 5-hole in on Ruth. So Bond makes it 3-1. So this one comes at the 8:03 mark. Cherry Creek has definitely had more life in the second period as they've settled down and they put a little pressure on. And they finally get one to go past Ruth. Meanwhile, stymied there, picking it back up is Tucker. Tucker on his backhand, back below. Willency has it. Sends it softly off the boards where it's held in by Kretschmer. Kretschmer only momentarily. And now coming in from the deep position is Kaiser. Kaiser forced wide, centering feed right to his D partner, McCall. McCall's shot was deflected. Meanwhile, back on the puck is Fekete. Fekete on the dot, takes on two Bruins, puts the puck over to the far side, chasing it down as Wayanpa. Wayanpa sweeps it back over to the near side, looking for relief. Cherry Creek is having trouble with this forecheck, and Willency holds it in there. Willency's shot, there's no rebound, but Fekete was waiting. And just as we said, they were having some trouble. They give away. The Bruins give it away, and Willency was there just inside the blue line. Keep it right back in. Charles off the faceoff, controlled there by number 15, O'Grady. O'Grady loses it. Puck comes over to the near side and scaled off the glass and back down to Valor's end. And I believe it was it touched up with the high stick, perhaps. Face-off back deep in Valor territory. Berkey will take the face-off for Creek, and he battles for it, gets it back into the corner, but he gives it away as the play was read by McConnell. McConnell works it free and takes a nice shot as he worked his way around number 18, Rewe, the defenseman. And McConnell with that last goal, he's got some good energy. He's waiting for the puck right in the slot area, but just missed him with the pass was Charles. Carter Charles saw him, and offsides on Creek. So the faceoff comes outside of Valor's zone. And you saw McConnell was looking for his second. He could feel it. And the pass was just past his stick there as he was in that low slot area. Rolf off the faceoff, but it's won by Payos. Moved back by Morona. Morona cross-ice feed. Rollison winds up, gets ahead of steam, and as he works his way past Powell, back behind the cage, Rollison with some good stick work there, moves it back over to Payos. Payos, and without a lot of room, over up on the wall was McCall. Excuse me, that was Charles over on the far side. Punch back behind the cage. Buchanan looks for it and comes right back, glancing, and Morona, Nicholas Morona, makes a nice play as he swats it back into and back around over to the far side, battling for it and coming away with the puck. Here's a shot from the point, sweeping play by Payos. Payos wraparound opportunity as he looked for it, but getting over was McIntyre as he seals the left-hand side of the cage. Long feed, here comes Hunt Bond, but he overskates it, and Rollison accepts it. Rollison moves it back over to Payos, but it gets past him as Payos was going for a line change. And the icing call is made. 5:44 remaining in the second period. Valor leads. And they've got a second period goal. We've got one on each end. McConnell got one at 9:57. And just under 2 minutes later, Hunt Bond gets Cherry Creek up on the board. Aiden Tucker off the faceoff. Tucker puts it right in front as he was looking for a man, number 16. That was Sohn. And it's touched up, and puck will come outside of Valor's end, and so we'll have a face-off in front of us here at center ice. Cherry Creek had a good opportunity there, looking for their second goal and trying to get back into within one. Over on the right-hand side, it's McCall. McCall didn't take the red line, but put it in softly, and Cherry Creek has to play the puck. Puck comes over to the near side. Kaiser, the defenseman, steps in. Meanwhile, Tucker, forward, works his way through and is able to get it back out to center. Fekete avoids Tucker, takes it in. He's over on the far side wall, and a drop pass there. Hustling back in is McCall. And the puck comes back out, touched up. Creek has time. Pressure there, punched at. And McCall has it again. McCall moves it quickly over to the right-hand side off of Willency's stick and into the Bruins bench. 4:55 remaining in this second period. So the face-off comes right to center ice. And off the face-off, the puck is moved back over to the near side where Lloyd has it. He surveys. Now he'll put it right in on McIntyre, and McIntyre does the wise thing as Palo was coming in on him. Caleb Palo, number 26. Majewski off the faceoff, wins it. Price fans on the shot. Chases it down over to the near side, but Berkey tries to work it up the boards, and it finally comes back to Lloyd at center ice. He reverses to the right-hand side to Owen. Aiden Owen punches it in, and there's Palo on the forecheck. Puck comes back out to center ice where it's driven in by Rewe. Rewe into the Valor zone, looks for a pass back up high. Palo with it is able to get it back out to center if it's a 2-on-1, if Price could get a hold of it. He couldn't. He had Jack Majewski right in the center, and it would have been a 2-on-1 or maybe a 1-on-0 if he could have gotten it to Majewski. Battling for it is Berkey. Berkey, number 9, is shouldered off the puck, and with some help is Morona. Morona off the wall, leaves it there for number 23, Mason McConnell. Back over to the defenseman. McConnell with it, dances through center. He's challenged by number 11, Clark, forced wide. McConnell on his backhand, sweeps it back over, and wisely sends it back up to the point. Cross ice feed, here's the drive, and it goes wide there by Jamison Charles. Puck comes back out to center, poked at by Morona, picked up by Larson. Larson puts it softly off the boards, picked up by Creek, and back out to center. Here comes Rolf. Rolf, the forward, takes the line, tries to toe drag, but being able to stick his stick in there was Charles. Charles disrupts the play. McConnell with it. McConnell, dangerous pass right through center, back to McConnell. Picks it up on his backhand, and he strides up through center. He'll punch in, go for a line change. Meanwhile, Carter Charles in on the forecheck. Puck reversed up to the near side boards, picked back up by Rolf. Rolf looks for a man up through center. Puck is settled there by Kaiser. Kaiser, cross ice feed, bounces off the wall, and picking it up is Rollison. Rollison with Payos behind him. Rollison down low, hands it back to Payos. Payos can't get a handle on it. Puck goes over to the far side where McCall, the defenseman, steps in from his right D. Puts it back behind the cage. Puck comes back over to the near side wall. Kaiser has it. Controlled there by Powell. Ben Powell, the big defenseman, sends it back over to Pent. Pent puts it in deep. Powell goes for a forecheck from his deep position. Puck is back down low on the Valor end. McCall puts it up against the wall. Hunt Bond sweeps it right back into the near side corner. Glancing over is Kaiser. Kaiser moves it up the left wing wall. Payos with pressure finds Rollison. Rollison takes the blue line. Bounces just past Buchanan. Buchanan's pass just back behind Payos. Right idea. A lot of snow on the ice there. That may have contributed to that. Meanwhile, glancing over his shoulder and reversing is Buchanan. Buchanan back over to McCall. McCall, nice pass right up through the gut, and he finds Payos. Payos, 1-on-3, will put it in softly. He goes for a line change. And there is McCall, the defenseman, I believe, in on the forecheck, giving time for here comes Hunt Bond. Hunt Bond weaves, takes a shot. It gets deflected off of a stick, comes back over to the right-hand point. And with the jump, here comes Majewski. Majewski has Paolo. Majewski looks for the far side, and he couldn't hit it as he missed it just barely by inches. Puck back behind the cage. From his deep position, Aiden Owen is down there doing some battle. Majewski now steps in. Shoulders his man off, protects the puck into the slot shot, and he hit the iron, heavy iron by Majewski, and that one bounced right back out. Puck comes back over to Lloyd. Lloyd finds Paolo on the far side. Paolo headmans it back up over to 24. That is Majewski. Majewski along the wall gets hassled from one, is able to maintain possession and puts it softly down to Paolo. Paolo with his man, number 19, Kretschmer, riding him. Puck comes back up high. The shot is deflected. Paolo looks for it. Scaled off the boards. Takes a funny bounce. Stays inside the zone, and stepping right back in is Jamison Charles. Back over to the right-hand side. Price meets the puck. Puck is swept back over. It's a foot race along the wall, trying to sweep it back in, but only momentarily was number 12, Jamison Charles. Icing is the call. We're going back to Cherry Creek's end. 24 seconds remaining in this second period. Valor enjoys a 2-goal lead, 3-1. So Fekete sets up. He is a right-handed stick in this left-handed face-off dot. He's got Willency behind him, and he uses his body to shield it and send it back over to the wall. Picked back up by Walsh. His shot is deflected and controlled by Morona. Morona, far side, return feed, sends it back up, hot pass off the wall, touched up, and Fekete had the right idea. Here's the shot as it came right to Walsh, and Walsh is, that was a rolling puck that he was able to get a hold of. Puck is held down for Fekete. He's got Walsh again, but the pass is deflected as the buzzer sounds. After 2 full periods, it's 3-1 Valor on Payos, Walsh's, and McConnell's goals. This is Manny Furtado for Hockey TV, or for Shaw Hockey Productions. Sorry about that, Mike. And we will be back for the third and final period right after the ZAM. And with a fresh sheet of ice to work with, Valor is back to our left with Ruth to our left, and to our right is McIntyre. Valor with a 2-goal lead. Bond tries to work past one, and he takes the shot as he was able to get past McCall, but he was challenged there by Kaiser, and he's got some good hands as he put it right between the legs of McCall and worked back behind him. Let's get you back up to the live action. Payos puts it in. It rolls around over to the far side. Buchanan sweeps it back over near side. Payos off his backhand touches it back up to McCall, and McCall sidesteps one, but takes the shot. It gets deflected off of number 15, O'Grady, and the puck comes back out to center. Stepping back in stride, here comes Cherry Creek. That's number 18. That's the defenseman Rewe, but he has taken off of his stick, and Rolison reverses it right back down into Cherry Creek's end. Puck goes over on the far side. Orlowski, who's been active this game, takes the shot. It's a riser right up in on Ruth, and tumbling into the cage was Aiden Owen, and that will draw the whistle. Ruth made the save. It was a high shot. Here you see that camera angle, and the puck came up. It was right in front of him, and there you see Owen tumbling into the cage. So we'll reset things. We're just started this third and final period. Valor with a 2-goal lead off of goals from Payos to start things off, and Walsh in the first and McConnell in the second. Lloyd reverses away from some pressure, and he looks straight up ice off of Fekete's skate. Chasing it down is Rewe. Rewe guides it back over to the near side. Nice angle by Paolo. Paolo sweeps it back up to the point, and here's the long shot, but with time and an angled clear is number 6, Wayenpa, the big defenseman. Puck is moved over by Ruth over and stepping right in, sensing the moment there. Paolo gets it in deep. No, it wasn't in deep, but picking it up is Fekete. He has it poked off his stick, and coming away with it is Sinicki. Sinicki sends one in on Ruth, who sends it back over hard off the end boards, and the puck comes back out to center, where it's settled by Powell. Powell back over to Clark. Powell with Fekete watching him. Now Powell works up the right-hand side, loses it. Willency, little back pass, moved back over by Charles, and Morona regathers. Willency with the headman pass goes past Majewski. Over on the far side is Owen Walsh. And here comes Cherry Creek with one hand on the stick. Berkey strides out, looks to make something happen here. So he works past Morona. He's got a man right in the middle. That's Bo Drew. And here's the long shot, and it's right and picked back up, and bouncing puck is held in at the line. It's put right back down into Valor's far side corner. Moved quickly by Charles, back up to Willency. Willency with Majewski staying on side. And Owen Walsh delivers a check. And the puck, I believe, was touched up on Cherry Creek's bench or into the penalty box. So the faceoff stays deep in Cherry Creek's end. And the faceoff to the right of McIntyre. Winning it back cleanly was Charles. Punching it was Kaiser. Holding it there was Cherry Creek, and right up through the gut. There's Bond again. Bond squares up, delivers a pass and a touch play, and a big save by Ruth in on Rolf. Rolf was able to get past his man, and Bond made a nifty play where he created a little action there. He drew everybody into him, and there's an icing call on Cherry Creek. So with 13:35 remaining in this third period, Cherry Creek's had a couple of good opportunities, and Ruth has come up big. The table's evened a bit in that second period, and let's see how things shake out here in the third period. Puck is back down low. O'Grady has it, and O'Grady, a nice soft pass up to Rolf, and Rolf back out to center ice. Looks for Hunt Bond again. Bond, a backhand pass. It's a blind feed, though, and it's taken away by Larson. Larson sends it over to McConnell. McConnell sends a flyer in, hard off the inboards. And O'Grady loses an edge there. And O'Grady looks to pick it back up. But some good forechecking down there by number 16, Carter Charles. Stepping in from his deep position is Owen. Owen puts it down low for Buchanan. Owen sweeps back in, picks up the loose puck, watched by Bond. Meanwhile, Sent goes right through everyone, back over to Lloyd. Lloyd guides it back down, looking for Rollison. Rollison with some time. He's able to pick it back up, reverses as he's hog-tied there by O'Grady. Meanwhile, puck goes back behind the cage where Rolf has it taken off of his stick, and muscling his way through was Payos. Payos draws a penalty. Here's the shot, and the bouncing puck, the delayed call, now touched up by Cherry Creek, and the whistle comes. So it's going to go for a slashing call, and the Valor Eagles are going to get their second power play of the game. First one was a too many men penalty, and this one goes to Jamin Rolf, who goes for a slash. And it comes here at this 12:26 mark. So slashing is the call. Payos drew that penalty. And Paolo will take this faceoff as the second power play unit is out there for Coach Gwozdecki as the first line needs to catch their breath here. Let's get you back up to the live action. Here goes Lloyd. Lloyd's shot is deflected. Picked back up by Price on the edge of the circle. He'll reverse with Lloyd. Now he looks over to the near side to Aiden Owen. Owen winds up, but it glances off of a shin pad. And a convergence of players, and the puck comes back out. Here comes Aiden Tucker. Aiden Tucker with the jump, takes the shot, and Ruth comes up big again. Aiden Tucker was able to pick up a short-handed opportunity, and Ruth keeps it a 2-goal game. And here's the shot. It glances off the shoulder over onto the near side. Paolo was there. Puck squirts free. Picked back up by the Bruins and cleared with 1:13 remaining in the power play. Ruth checks his man. His man was coming back behind. We'll pick who that was, but McCall's got it. McCall looking for Rollison right through the middle. Skips past him. Puck comes back over to Payos. Payos with the long stick, guides it, takes it down the Broadway, done the shot. And that one was deflected. I don't know that one got entirely through to McIntyre. Jace Ruth leveled. I think that was Berkey, number 9. Berkey didn't expect that. He ran into a freight train. Let's pick it back up. Buchanan with it. Buchanan leaves it for Kaiser's drive, and Rollison tried to touch it right there on the far side, jamming away, and the whistle's blown as Payos tumbles as he pays the price for being in the slot area there. And McIntyre keeps the save, and here you see it. Payos tried to do a little wraparound, but McIntyre was there, and then Payos chiseling away, and objecting to it was Christopher Clark, number 11. So with 23 seconds remaining on Rolf's penalty, the top line out there for Gwozdecki has an offensive zone faceoff, and they win it with McCall. McCall walks the line, sends it back over to Payos, back to McCall, straight ahead, thinks about it, finds Kaiser. Kaiser, cross-ice feed. Rollison picks up the loose puck, back to McCall. McCall finds Kaiser. Kaiser with a man right in front, and Buchanan tried to drag it on his backhand and put it past McIntyre, but he wasn't able to. Rolf is back on the ice. Puck comes back over to the defenseman, Kaiser. Kaiser edged off by Powell, and Powell moves it back over to the far side, and the feed comes back over to Bond. Bond looking for Rolf, who's out of the box here with 10:10 remaining in this third and final period and trailing by a couple of goals. Cherry Creek needs to take some chances. Bond hovering up around the blue line, picks it up, loses it there. Picked back up by Walsh. Walsh working his way up the right-hand side, weaving through traffic, takes the shot. That one is deflected off of a breezer, and coming back in with some nice hustle is Fekete. Walsh calls for the puck, tries to work it past O'Grady, but O'Grady makes a play and headmans it up for Bond. You see Bond's going to cherry pick a little bit, takes a sharp angle shot, edge of the cage there. That's not dissimilar to the shot, and Bond gets another one off the backside of Jace Ruth. So Hunt Bond scores 2, And Jace Ruth has got to be shaking his head on that one as Bond was back behind the cage. And maybe we can see it one more time, Mike Shaw, as he's got that camera back down there. And you see Bond. Bond picks up this loose puck. Now look at Ruth. And Jace Ruth is looking the other way. He sends it back off his backside. And Bond gets his second of the game. We're at 3-2. Bond at 9:31 remaining in this game. We've got a one-goal game. Here we go. Let's pick up the action. It's Owen with the puck down on the right-hand side. Works it up through center. Sends it to Fekete, but it drifts off his stick and picked back up by Riwi. Riwi headmans it back over to Berkey. Berkey challenged by his man. He tries to send it that up through the slot, but it's read nicely and taken back out by Valor. That's Lloyd's headman pass to nobody in particular. Riwi comes away with it. Riwi on his horse comes up the near side as he's chased by Fekete, challenged by McCall, takes the shot, and it was using McCall as a screen, and another opportunity right in front as this time Riwi figures, I'll do the same thing as Hunt Bond. Maybe I can score one off the backside. Meanwhile, puck is tucked back and stashed back below the line. Lloyd picks up his man, loose puck, Sonas with it. Sonas works past Fekete. Sonas on his backhand, feeds it back up to the right hand. Punch shot goes right off of McCall. McCall challenged by Orlowski. Orlowski's able to get it back down the line, back over to Tucker. Tucker with the puck. Walsh watching his man. Meanwhile, puck comes back up to the point and the shot misses, comes over to the near side. Back below the line, big check by McCall. Loose puck picked by Orlowski. Orlowski pivoting, he reverses, sends it back up over to the defenseman, Kretschmeyer. Kretschmeyer's shot glances off of Ruth's glove. Meanwhile, Willency puts a shoulder into his man, and the puck is punched back free by Fekete. Icing is the call, was 8 minutes straight up remaining in the contest. It's a one-goal game between Valor and Cherry Creek. And so the defensive setup there, you've got Larson, McConnell, and Charles out there. Puck is controlled by the Bruins and tries to put it back in deep was Hunt Bond. Puck comes back and reversing is McCall. McCall feeds it up the wall and a touch play. Bond's got it. Bond drifting, finds some space in the shot. Got deflected by Kaiser. Kaiser over to McCall. McCall settles things, and he sends it back up to the right wing boards where Larson gets ahead of steam, but it has it poked off of his stick over to the far side. Kaiser tries to get it in deep. Held up there nicely. Kaiser now from his deep position down low. Chops at it. Bouncing puck. Controlled again by Larson. Larson finds some space. Takes a shot, and a stand-up save there made by McIntyre. Now he goes down low to cover and hold. 7:19 remaining, one-goal game. Offensive zone face-off for Valor as Cherry Creek sets up to the left of McIntyre. Payos will take the face-off. He's got Buchanan striding in from the wall. Buchanan drives it right in, and the loose puck was bounced through the slot area, and a slashing call on the backside. And I think Buchanan's, or for perhaps a cross-check, and the cross-check is going to go to Payne Pent, number 17. So Pent takes a penalty, and does Buchanan as well? I think he does. So we've got matching penalties. So Buchanan and Pent are out for 2 minutes each. And with 7:11 up on the clock, Coach Gwozdecki's got to find a new left wing for his top line. And let's see who it is. It's going to be McConnell. So you have Payos, Charles, Rollison, and Marona is there as well. Puck is fished up the far side boards, held up by Marona, kept in. Yes, it does stay in. It was close. Meanwhile, Cherry Creek has it with one hand on the stick. It's shoveled back up by Riwi. Loose puck in the center slot. It was Payos. Payos deflection. McConnell's shot chopped at and cleared by Cherry Creek. And it'll be an icing call as Cherry Creek needed relief. They thought they were going to get it back out to center. And Payos came right back in. So Payos goes to the bench. And Jack Majewski's, the junior centerman's line, comes back out. So Majewski's got Walsh on one side and Willency on the wall. Setting up is Charles up at the point. Off the faceoff, controlled by Cherry Creek. Whipped around hard off the boards, and it comes back over to Orlowski. Orlowski centering feet back over to Tucker. Brings it in. Big save made by Ruth as Tucker came free inside the slot. That's the second time. And boy, these Bruins have several times been able to work the puck right past the Valor defenseman and get in tight in on Ruth, and Ruth has made the save. He keeps it a one-goal game with 6:22 remaining in the contest. Face-off to the right-hand side of Ruth. One forward, centering feed again by Tucker. Tucker with some nifty mitts down there. Tucker shakes off the check. Now he gets taken down in by Fekete. Fekete has it stripped off his stick. Back up to the right-hand point. Creek looking for the goal to tie things up. This shot goes into the far side corner. Swept at coming around to the near side. Picked back up by Aiden Owen. Owen delivers it there by Paolo, who took the punishment. Meanwhile, coming back in is Aiden Owen. His shot stick save redirected far side. Fekete shoulders his man off, and the puck is bounced off the wall and back out to center. 5:45 remaining in the one-goal contest. Paolo with some speed takes it into the zone. He's watched closely, centering feed, looking for Fekete. Couldn't get it on his stick cleanly, and the puck comes back over to Rolf. Rolf looking for a man in the middle. That was Hunt Bond, who's got a couple of goals here tonight for the Bruins. Fekete shouldered nicely by number 23, Hambrick. Meanwhile, puck over onto the far side. Price levels his man. Puck comes back up to the left-hand point. Shot is deflected. Friendly fire. Looking for it was number 4, Kaiser. Couldn't come up with it, and the pass goes vacant. We've got icing. 5:11 remaining in this third and final period. So the face-off comes back to Cherry Creek's end. And McIntyre sets up. He's got a left-handed glove, and he's ready for it off the face-off. And chugging away is Clark, the defenseman, but he doesn't get far, and the puck is hoisted up and into the girders. And it's a challenge for the coaches to be heard with the masks on. I think I'm about the only one in the whole arena that doesn't have to wear it, at least for right now. Don't tell anyone. Puck is free. Tries to be put right back into Valor's end. And Walsh looking for it. Loose puck is picked back up. Here comes Berkey. Berkey on his backhand. Watched by Kaiser. Kaiser shoulders him in. Double teamed there by McCall. And coming away with it is Kaiser. Kaiser watched closely by Baudru. Meanwhile, puck comes back over to the near side. Chopped at. Past Willency and back out to center. McCall with a man watching there. Berkey. Puck comes back over to Kaiser. Kaiser softly sends it up the wall, avoiding the icing call. The puck comes back over to the near side. McCall backpedaling from the red line finds Kaiser. Kaiser returns the feed and back over to Willency, who tips it and goes for a line change. McIntyre chooses to hold. .420 remaining. And perhaps the best defense is a strong offense for Valor here as they keep the pressure on with the top line coming in. Payos versus Tucker. Puck squirts free, comes back over to Orlowski. Orlowski has it stripped off his stick right on the side of the cage, and with an opportunity was Payos. But coming up big is McIntyre. 1-goal game, 4:12 remaining, face-off in the same spot. So Payos with that right-handed stick, and its face-off is controlled by Creek over on the far side. Buchanan giving pressure on him. Payos tumbles, picked back up by Tucker. Tucker driven wide. He's looking for Orlowski right in front. And over on the far side, a punishing blow by Buchanan. And Buchanan comes away with it. Buchanan with a little bit of time. Looks cross-ice feed for Rollison. Gets just past him as getting a stick on it was O'Grady. Puck is reversed back over to Charles, the defenseman. Sends it back over to the far side. Picked back up by Morona. Morona has it stripped off his stick, and here's a race. Tucker looking for it, trying to get there. But Jamison Charles makes a big play. as Tucker thought he might have a jump on Charles, but Charles proves otherwise. Rollison, little back pass there, picked back up to Payos. Payos from the red line takes the zone. He's being watched closely, driven wide, puts one right in front off of McIntyre's stick and controlled back by Creek. Creek, long feed. Bond looking for it in the middle, but a nice defensive play by number 7, Aiden Owen. He picked up Bond, and he knew he had to as the pass came from Rolfe. Meanwhile, back to the live action. Puck is punched right back down into Valor's end with 2:58 remaining. Off the half wall, glances off the stick, and fighting off that shot was Ruth. Ruth makes a big save as the puck came from Wayenpa. Back below the line, looking for another opportunity like the first one, and that was Hunt Bond looking to knock another one off the backside of Ruth. Can't do so. Puck comes back up through center. 2:36 remaining in the game. Puck is controlled by Owen. Owen delivers over to the far side, and waiting for the check was Price. Price sidesteps one, and with some speed, brings it back over to the near side. Price holding on to the puck, drifting wide, looks right in front, takes the pass, or puts the pass right up through the slot. It bounces back out to center. McConnell with time, hard off the corner boards, drifts over to the far side, picked back up by Wayenpa. Wayenpa reversing over to the near side. Rolfe has to step in. Walsh was there. Puck comes back over to McCall. McCall puts one in on goal on McIntyre, makes the save. Bouncy puck right in the slot. Feckety's shot just goes over the glove of McIntyre. Puck comes back over to the right-hand side. McCall's shot deflected, picks it back up. Fekete controls, and coming back in is Rolfe, the centerman. Scales one hard off the boards, and here's the loose puck. Here comes Bond. Bond brings it in. Backhander save, and the puck is back behind Rolfe's cage. Rolfe comes up big, and icing is the call. Bond again snuck back behind, and that bouncing puck, and Bond had the game-tying goal on his stick but couldn't convert. Jace Ruth comes up big, and with 1:32 remaining in the game, it remains a one-goal lead. Here's the face-off. Berkey takes the face-off, wins it back quickly. Punch pass, here we go. We got a break. Here comes Willinsey. Max Willinsey, watched closely by Clark, and Clark's able to get a stick on Willinsey's puck. Over on the far side, Walsh punches it right back in. Willinsey on the forecheck. Puck comes back over, and streaking free is number 13, Sinicki. Sinicki has it bounced off his stick, and the Eagles are able to clear, but not with an icing call. So, are we off? And so the face-off will come to the right-hand side, and we've got a timeout, I believe, on Cherry Creek's end. Check. Okay, there we go. And we are back for the final 108 And let's set the stage for you here. Setting up to take the face-off is the left-handed Tucker. Puck is swept up the boards and back out to center. Chasing it down is 12 is Powell. Powell with Rollison on his backside, and Rollison with some speed is shaken off by Powell. Powell has that bouncing puck on him, rolling on him a bit. He's able to gain control, put it in. Jamison Charles with it. Charles tries to put it up the wall. Payos is there, and Payos sends it the length of the ice, and he'll take the icing call with a shot at the empty net. And so Jamison Charles getting some last-second instruction there from the bench. Bond takes a punch shot from the top of the circle. That one goes wide. Loose puck over to the far side. Bond waiting for it. Picks it up at the edge of the circle. Rollison is able to get a stick on it. And the deflected puck. And now looking for it is Payos gets this empty netter this time. So with 24.8 seconds remaining, Payos gets his second of the game and seals it there with a 4-2 marker. Payos got us started in the first period, and he'll end it here in the third. Hambrick off the faceoff. Puck comes back over to McCall, and with 21 seconds remaining, he and Lloyd play a little pitch and catch here. And looking up ice, Paolo was just on the far side of the red line. So we've got an icing call with 12 seconds remaining. Scaled off the glass in front of the Valor bench. And the bouncing puck with 5 seconds comes over to the near side. McCall holds it there, takes a check, but holds onto it there as the buzzer sounds. Valor wins this contest. These two teams played to a 3-3 tie earlier in the season, and Valor wins the tiebreaker. And with their final Colorado Prep hockey game here. So final score 4-2 Valor over the Cherry Creek Bruins in this matchup. And it was on Valor's end, it was Payos who got it the first goal. Walsh gets the second, McConnell the third, and then Hunt Bond with 2 goals for Cherry Creek. Draws Cherry Creek to a one-goal game, and then Payos seals it with the empty netter. This has been Shaw Hockey Productions. I'm Manny Furtado. Thanks for having me. We hope you enjoyed this Friday night hockey action from the Family Sports Center in Centennial. We look forward to having you on our next telecast. Final score 4-2 Valor over Cherry Creek.